Welcome to the Don't Know Show. I'm Steve, and on this week's episode, we are going to talk about all kinds of stuff, but I did not write any notes for us to go over. So this bumper is being made up completely, entirely off the top of our heads because Scott's in a hurry and I didn't want to write anything. So what are we going to talk about, Scott?
Everything you could possibly want to know.
We're going to talk about why there's a butt coming out of your head.
Yes. And why you keep giving us the back of your head.
Yes, exactly. Why are we saying head so much? What are cow pies have to do with Canada and Denmark?
And why do Legos have nothing to do with Canada or Denmark?
And we're going to talk about whether Scott remembered which side to sit on the screen.
Ooh, which I did. But you know what the coolest thing we talk about is?
What?
Cold Coca-Cola drinks with new flavors.
Yeah, with the names again that don't make any sense. And then we talk about what Scott's doing and what Scott's getting mad about. And we talk about Lightyear, not Buzz, just Lightyear, the movie, and the car.
And the car,
There's a car
right.
called Lightyear.
And of course, Steve insists, as usual, to talk about his buddy Al, which everybody knows really means artificial intelligence.
Yeah, and it's sentient. Do you know what sentient means? Could that be our word of the week next week?
It's not sentient, it's sentient.
Sentient.
Yeah, it's not a D.
Sentient.
Yeah, sentient.
Yep. And then Scott's got to be 18 because 17 was taken.
Yeah, and of course, once you're over 18, you can get an STD, and Geico will pay for it.
That's right. And speaking of Father's Day and daddy issues, Charlie Sheen blames his wife for giving his daughter daddy issues because she's got an OnlyFans page.
Yeah, and after you watch her OnlyFans page, just remember to come back to our show.
Cool. All right. Well, only if you're watching us on regular browsers because Internet Explorer is dead. It's dead, Jim. So watch the show and figure out what the hell we're talking about. Welcome to the Don't Know Show. I'm Steve.
And I am Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, podcast, and live Twitch stream.
And a butt coming out of Scott's head.
And a butt just coming out of my head.
What happened? World.
Wait, it's over there this time, right? I'm pretty sure it's over there.
Or is it always point straight down. I don't know.
Okay,
I do. You got to point over.
It's mostly under Steve because he likes to sit on it.
Sit on it.
And rotate.
Okay. You're in a feisty mood. That's good.
Uh-huh.
It could finally be a good show. Scott's finally out of
Today was my day off. And guess what I did?
Father's Day stuff.
I worked.
Father's Day. Did you work, or did you just work on fixing vehicles work?
I worked on a bus.
All right. So you didn't work. You didn't go.
Now, we did go out to lunch. Then after lunch, came home, cleaned. No, first when I woke up, I cleaned 2 buses. The 2 that went out last night. And then we went out to lunch. Then I came back. We moved everything around. And I went to the shop and got the new tailgate bus to bring it over to the house here to do a power wash of the interior because we finally got all the seats out. And then I had to put everything back away. It took about 3.5 hours to get the interior power washed.
Wow. Now, was that taking the seats out, washing it, and putting the seats back in?
Oh, no. It took us a week. Took me a week to get the seats out. A lot of hours.
Have you seen the new trend that's going on? This is the new trend.
Show everybody you got something weird on your back of your head.
I just wanted to show you the view in case you wanted to follow me.
Oh,
that's what it's going to look like. So follow us. Go to whathappened.world. Go down there, click the link.
I'm not going to point. You already saw it. You're watching Steve. Everybody's following Steve.
Follow us. Go down there, subscribe, click the like button. On YouTube, click the like button.
Click it.
What is on Twitch? Is there's just a heart on Twitch.
That makes you a follower. All you can do is follow. I don't think you can do anything else.
Well, now you saw the view of what it would look like when you're following me.
Yes.
So there you go.
Now the nice part is though, your toupee back there looks awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about what we think is going on in the world today and what's happened to us. And,
because we have no clue, really.
It's your escape. It's your escape from the world just silly things that you may or may have not have known have happened in the last week or last month or stuff that's happening.
Like me growing a butt out of my head, right?
Just like Scott having a butt out of his head. So let me guess the caption. Okay. There are goldfish in your pool, and your cat, who is afraid of water, is hanging on the very edge to try and catch the goldfish. No?
No.
Okay. Your cat is narcissistic and loves how they look. So they hold their head over to see the reflection and then meow at it. Meow, 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 meow.
Okay, that's closer. Still not right.
You put the cat up there, and is your deck wet because it's stained, or is it wet because it's raining?
It rained.
Okay,
it's raining now, but it rained right like 15 minutes before you went outside.
I couldn't tell if the little spots in the picture were raindrops on the water or spots in the bottom of the pool.
That's spots in the bottom of the pool.
Okay. Because if it was stops on top, I figured the cat would be looking in there to see what the hell was making all the noise. That's how your cats drink?
That is how that cat drinks.
Well, now, better than the toilet.
Here's what I do not understand. We have 3 water dishes that are constantly changed to keep the water fresh. And she insists upon going outside and drinking out of the pool.
Out of the salt water. Now, do you put chlorine in there now that you have the salt filter, or no?
That's a sand filter, not a salt filter.
That's right, sand filter.
Yeah. And yes, there's chlorine in it.
All right. Maybe she likes the chlorine taste.
Well, she was drinking it before we put it in there, but she continues to drink it. Now, obviously, if you live in a city, your water's chlorinated. So it's not that big of a deal because it's not like you're licking a chlorine tab. You know, it's in 18,000.
I wouldn't suggest licking a chlorine tab.
Yeah.
No.
It's in 18,000 gallons of water. So
okay. Well, for those of you who are watching us on Twitch, happy Father's Day.
Happy Pappy Day.
So does that cat have a father?
I would assume it did.
Well, okay. Everybody.
I'm also assuming it's no longer live because she is old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, both our fathers have passed on. So
that is correct.
And
our mothers.
I am a father, and you are a mother.
Yes, spelled with a U. Yes, I understand.
Yep. So, what did you do for Father's Day besides clean the bus and go to lunch?
And I worked on the tailgate bus. Although we did
clean
take
the bus.
We did take a break at dinner time. I cooked dinner. We watched the first hour of the original Doctor Strange because apparently I saw it and my wife did not, which I just do not understand how she did not because she likes these shows. But now we'll watch the rest of it tomorrow, and then we're going to see the new one.
Next week at the movies?
Well, as soon as it comes out live, because I work weekends, so we can't go. Our first concert's in less than... Our first concert is in less than 2 weeks now.
Who's your first concert?
Dave Matthews Band.
I've heard of them.
4th of July weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Which is that's something else. We got to figure out how we're going to do the show on Sunday. Because I will obviously be at Alpine Valley.
Or maybe we don't do it.
Well, one of 2 things is going to happen.
Maybe we do it on Monday.
I don't know if I want to bring my laptop. I think that might be a little bit much. But some of the coach companies that'll be there have Wi-Fi. But I don't know if I could hook in, You
can go ask.
Yes.
And then you tell them you'll talk about their coach company.
See, now...
But then the driver might get in trouble.
Correct, because they're just drivers.
Right.
No offense, because,
Well, they can't make the decision now.
Correct.
I get it.
Me too. So,
but who's in the Dave Matthews Band?
Guys, maybe even a girl or two. I don't know. I never go into the concerts. I'm too busy. First we pick them all up. Then we get
like trivia on the way there and talk to the people? Or are they all busy just talking and
they're all busy
partying?
Yeah, they're drinking already by the time they get on the bus.
Oh, really?
And as soon as we get to the Alpine Valley, we're setting up the cooking grill and the tables and getting everything going, and then cook the food and serve the food. And by the time it's all done, they all go in and then we clean up. It's a long ass day.
Oh, So,
and I'm still short bodies, and I am still short a air conditioned limo bus.
Oh, are you serious? Still can't get in on those guys?
I took it to the best guy in here. I was on a 2.5 month wait to get in. I finally got it in. He spent 3 hours on it and said, "This is just stupid. Whoever designed this is a moron." And he says, "I don't have time to spend all day on this. I have other things to do." So,
oh no.
Yeah. So now I still have a limo bus with no air conditioning, and it goes out on Friday, I believe.
Oh no. How do you fix that then?
I have no idea. I'm going to try another company and that fixes buses that have been in accidents and fires and see if they can fix it.
That sucks.
I cannot tell you how frustrated I am. We've been working on this thing for months. Jay keeps trying to work on it, but it's, he's a mechanic, but this is different. This is electronics. And he knows electronics, but it's
still being funky. Wow.
Oh my God. It's just asinine. I even told the guy, I'll pay you the money. Just wire it new. Start the units are here. Just put brand new wiring, point A to point B, make it work.
No. You said no.
No, he said no.
Wow.
It's like, personally, you could put all new stuff in there. If I have to spend $1,500, $2,000 to get it done, I'll get it done. I need air conditioning. It's a black fucking bus, and it's the most popular wedding bus. I said a bad word. I'm getting frustrated. Let's change. Let's go to our show board so I don't say in the subject.
Yeah, I can't believe it. So much for you wanting to talk about what's going on. What's going on? What else?
What's going on?
You wanted to talk about your golf outing.
Did I go golfing? Did I really go golfing?
Scott's golf outing.
Are you sure?
I said I'd make it next week's show subject. When was your golf outing?
You know what's really strange here?
Did you go or did you forget to go?
Well, I'm pretty regular, so I went. Oh, you're talking about going golfing. Sometimes you confuse me.
Maybe not.
Okay. Open. Oh, hang on. Stop.
What are you opening? Are you opening the show subject board?
No.
Oh.
I'm doing what you always do.
Sharing. You actually have pictures of the golf outings, what you're going to tell me.
There. This is my renter's
There's a picture. There's a picture of a butt.
This is my renter, and it's not a picture, it's a video. This is my renter's son. The guy that was supposed to go golfing with me backed out the night before.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't make it in time then.
And
the Bears.
I found out that, when I was at my renter's house talking to them, I asked if Ashley played golf because I knew George couldn't because he had to work. Mm-hmm. But anyway, this kid has only started golfing 2 years ago during the pandemic.
Yeah, but he's young and strong.
Look at his form.
I can't tell from the video because it's clippy.
So, but
it's clipping along. It's going click, 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 click. It's not really a smooth video.
It was smooth on my end.
Not smooth on our end. It's jumping frames.
Okay, well, we'll stop that. But anywho, he's turned out to be a pretty decent golfer. But here's the part that was even weirder yet. Ended up golfing with a guy I never met before. His name's Casey Johnson. He works for a financial institution. And like a dummy, I didn't keep the paperwork with me. So, because I wanted to plug him there also. He was stupid good. And I do mean stupid good. We ended up winning the tournament. First time golfing for me in a year.
Was it a scramble?
It was. We ended up 9 under par.
Wow.
Now,
that normally doesn't win a tournament, just so you know.
Well, this is not that kind of tournament. This was the Delvin Lakes Erie Chamber of Commerce fundraising tournament.
Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah.
Any fundraising tournaments with a scramble, 9 under does not normally win. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying that you guys didn't deserve to win. I'm just saying that the people out here, they stack the teams and also I believe that, scores are kept with pencil for a reason.
Yeah.
They come back to the clubhouse and see somebody 900. They go, oh, well, you know, the whole, I think we got a 3 instead of a 4.
Right. Yeah, no, it was impressive. The thing that made it most impressive is not only were we 9 under, we had 9 birdies. We never had higher than par. That's how good this guy was.
Wow.
Not only that, both Jake's and my shots ended up being
contributors.
Yes, we were contributors. Yes, this Casey was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the good part of it.
But I drained like a 30-foot putt. You know, like what the hell?
Nice. Good job, man.
And actually 2 of my drives and 1 of Jake's drives got used. Like Casey was hammering them out at 270, 280.
That's good.
As a matter of fact, on one of the par 4s, he was on the green on the drive.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, the cool part was it was my first time golfing in a year. Last year, I only golfed twice, 1 18 holes and 1 9 holes. The year before that, I only golfed once, which was 18 holes. Wow. And I was only about 30 or 40 yards behind him and mostly in the fairway every drive. It's like, what the hell? How did I get?
Did you hit first then?
Yes. I always.
So that's good because what happens if you hit first in a format like this, and if you're out there and in the drive,
then they can go for it.
They can go for it. Yeah.
Yes.
That's very
which
cool.
is what he did. And I'll tell you, this guy had a hammer. And, but I had both Jake and I had some really, really decent shots that got used. So that's why I said, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say 50% of the shots Casey had. And so Jake and I split the other 25% each. You know, that's not bad though. So I had fun. Good, we all had fun. We won. That was kind of cool.
That's great.
Of course, we also had like 35-mile-an-hour winds, which made it even more interesting.
Well, that's good too. Yeah.
I only lost 6 balls.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Anywho, what else do we got going on? I could shrink this because I don't need this anymore. Oop,
yeah,
that's fine.
That means you can join the new tour. Did you see the new LIV Golf Tour, LIV to Golf Tour?
You started to talk about that last week, but we didn't get into it. So
this new golf tour is bankrolled by Saudi Arabia.
Yes, that's Saudi right. We did talk about that. And the worst player makes the most money or something weird like that.
Yeah. So this week's purse is $25 million. Well, this last week's purse was $25 million with a $20 million pot for individual event and $5 million more to split on team competition. The winner's share for last week is $4 million, and the last place finisher for each event is guaranteed $120,000. And did you hear what the PGA did?
They banned them all.
Yep. Anybody who went over and played in the LIV Tour they suspended their PGA card.
Gotta love it.
Expected similar to surrender their PGA Tour cards.
Yeah, it's one of those weird.
And they paid some of these guys some serious cash just to move over. Let me see if I can find one of the numbers here really quickly. I don't see it. But one of the guys got paid just to come over to the tour. Not even whether he won or lost or anything. They just wired money into his bank account. He got more money than Tiger Woods made 1 year in the whole season in the PGA just to come over.
Right.
So there you go, man. You got a new place to go golfing now. You got to just go sign up for this.
All right.
You need to win and get the $4 million.
Yay. I don't know what I do with $4 million.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. I really do. I was just being humble.
You've thought about it so many times. It's not even funny.
Yes, I have. I have three trains of thoughts. What I will do for the rest of my life if I continue as I am. What I would do if I won a small, like single-digit $1 million pot, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And what if I would do if I won a biggie? They're all different. And most of them and none of them actually have me throwing money around. It's things that I think need to happen.
Yep. So there you go.
But anyway, one of them is we make our show national, or what do you say? Produce it and put it on TV. Syndicated, yeah.
There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome for that big word.
I like big words.
And I cannot lie.
Just wait till you see what I got later on in the show.
Well,
all right.
What else is going on?
What shows are going on and what is me doing?
Yeah.
We have
So
shows?
What else is going on? Yeah, what shows are going on?
The TV shows or the concert?
Both. So have you seen The Orville yet?
No, I have not. You said it was on Hulu, correct?
Yes. Have you watched
I went to Hulu. They wanted me to pay them money, even though they're part of Disney or whatever, right?
Right. You got to pay a little bit more for the Hulu ESPN thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already spending way more than I want to be spending.
Yep. The way it is when you cut the cable.
Well, can't afford to cut the cable. There's too much that Susie wants to watch on cable. So it's really frustrating.
I dribbled all over myself.
Paying almost $300 a freaking month for this stuff.
Ouch.
Granted, that's home phone, internet, and everything. You know, it's the bundle thing. But
that's a lot.
Yep. And of course, 3 DVRs.
Oh, really? Got to pay for each individual DVR?
$10 a month. Yep.
Wow.
They
suck.
Yes, they do. And they don't even like buy you dinner first.
But you never even talked about my picture behind me.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we said, look, we're following Steve into this weird room.
What picture's behind me then if we didn't talk about it? We talked about following me and what I look like from behind.
Right.
We never talked about the picture behind me.
There's a picture behind you?
Yeah, the picture behind you.
I thought that was your bedroom.
There's a cat butt coming out of your head.
So what? Oh, the rock vault. We talked about that before, but there must be a new one going.
Well, I talked about it. Opening night was coming up. Guess what that is?
Opening night.
That's right. I was there for opening night.
Yay.
They got their new room. The show went fairly well, considering that they've only been rehearsing for a week and trying to get, it's a new room, new stage. There's so much to balance out when you do a new show in a new room because, it's not like everybody goes, well, the sound system's all worked out. No, the sound system's not all worked out. The lighting's not all worked out. Where you think you have lights, you don't have lights. Where you think you have lines of sight, you don't have lines of sight. But the guys, they were awesome.
What about the girls?
They were good too. So the singer that came back was actually the singer from the original when they opened up 8 years ago at the Las Vegas Hilton.
Okay.
So how cool is that?
Very cool. Was Paris there?
No.
Okay.
Not that Hilton.
Oh, the Hilton.
It's now the Westgate. Yeah, it's now the Westgate. It's no longer the Hilton. So,
all right.
She's an old married lady now.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Everybody knows that.
What?
That she's an old married lady.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Rowan Robinson was there. Phil Sasson was there. Michael T. Ross was there. Keith St. John was there from Montrose. You know if you know about Montrose.
No.
John Bashaw from the Babies. Blas Elias from Slaughter and Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Todd Kearns, my buddy, was there from Slash. Miles Kennedy and Slash, they're touring right now.
I'll take your word for it.
It's Stephanie Calvert. So she was back. Yeah. Rowan Robinson, I think already. Yeah. But how cool is that?
Very cool.
Real rock stars playing real rock music, man.
Okay.
And it is a rock concert.
I did a bachelorette party where the girls all thought they were rock and roll singers.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
How'd that work out?
I put my earplugs in and my ears were still bleeding.
Really?
Really. The loudest bachelorette party I have ever had in all the years I've been doing this.
Really? Wow.
Really. All 14 of them were screaming their songs.
Wow.
And it's not a very big bus. So
that's crazy.
It was impressive. They had a great time, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
But it was hard on my head.
I won't even repeat the words you just said.
Of course you won't. Because you have class. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't control myself.
And then I also saw, I'm tired because I've had a busy day yesterday. Yesterday we went, I went golfing in the morning and then went to see 3 Ice, and they retweeted me.
Cool.
So 3 Ice is a new hockey league, 3-on-3 hockey.
See, now that sounds like fun.
It was pretty good. And the guys are, having a lot of time to put the league together, a lot of practice. So the guys are still figuring it out. But when they cranked it up, man, they were flying. And the goaltenders can play the puck anywhere on the ice, and they're not quite used to that yet. So towards the end, they play 6 games. So there's 6 teams. They play 3 games where each team goes against each other.
Right.
Then the 3 winning teams and the losing team that scores the most goals go on to the next round. And they play those 2 games. And then the winners from those 2 games play in the championship for that day. And it was crazy. And now they're going to different cities. Like they go, and then they end back here on August 20th.
Cool.
So
it's really weird that you know that, because we know how much you hate hockey.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I went home and watched the Stanley Cup, and it was crazy.
It's kind of like, you went to see the fights, and for some stupid reason they played hockey.
Yeah. So June 18th is Vegas. June 25th is Denver. June 2nd is July 2nd is Grand Rapids, Michigan. Then July 9th is Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
And then July 16th is London, Ontario, Canada. Not London, England.
Right.
Then they're back in Pittsburgh on July 23rd. Then they're in Quebec City.
Ooh.
Canada. Then in Nashville, Tennessee, and then back here on the 20th for the finals.
I like it.
So pretty crazy. Do they have the standings here? Let's see if they updated it. They have not updated the standings yet.
Oh, I hate when that happens. All over me, bullets and everything.
They've got Denver in there, but I don't understand it. This is Saturday. I don't know. But yeah, so they still got some things to work out, but it's pretty cool. And then, who Michael Carbonaro is? Does the TV show The Carbonaro Effect?
No.
You don't know that show?
No.
Really? You need to look that up.
Carbonara is, or
Carbonaro Effect. It's Michael Carbonaro. He's a magician. But what he does is he would do a hidden camera magic TV show. Right?
Okay.
And
I'm down for it.
But what he does magic tricks with people and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like unsuspecting people. Like he puts on a disguise and is a cashier at the grocery store. And then he just keeps giving you groceries. And you're like, where did these groceries keep coming from and stuff like that? Or he'll give you an empty bag and then it's full. Or he'll change clothes. He'll bend down behind the counter cup. He's got a different outfit on.
I'm having a brain fart. Is it Art Linkletter? No.
Definitely not Art Linkletter.
No.
You're thinking of the hidden camera show, Candid Camera.
Yes. You're on Candid Camera. Yep.
Kind of like that.
Like that way as a magician, right? But using the same format.
Sure.
Freak unsuspecting people out.
Yes. But, people are
I think I do remember.
Because that was Alan Funt is who you're trying to say.
Yes. Seeing a couple of interviews like on Jimmy Kimmel and stuff like that. And watching,
he's been on those shows. Yes, he's been on those shows.
So when you started saying with that, it was ringing a bell, but I've never seen him the whole show.
And then here's a show I'm thinking about going to see. Do you remember the band Acoustic Alchemy?
I do, but I don't know why.
You used to like them.
I used to like them?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
They play guitars. They've been playing for over 3 decades.
Nope, not that one. That's the other guy.
Contemporary jazz. So yeah, so that's next weekend. I might go see them, and then it's 4th of July weekend, and you have to have air conditioning somehow. Is there any way to put a rooftop unit on your thing, or is it too tall?
Well, it has a rooftop unit,
and that's what's not working.
I'll try to keep this as simple as possible. There are compressors in the front of the bus, like everybody has in the engine compartment. Then there's your switches, and then there's a box that has relay switches in it. Everything goes through the relay switches to a unit way in the back of the bus and condensers underneath the bus. For some odd reason, we cannot get the condensers to stay running without overheating, and we don't know why. It's just very confusing. It's supposed to be
the air conditioning unit on the roof is just a one component.
Correct.
Of the entire system.
Yes.
They don't have just rooftop units that are just rooftop units.
Correct.
All right. Well, never mind that.
So, yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah, you're getting me back on the subject. It's going to irritate me. Let's go back. Oh, it's that time.
But I got retweeted. Isn't that cool?
It's very cool. I've been retweeted.
Let's see if my, so there's I'm looking at their tweets to see if my tweet is in the list. If you go to 3ice, the number 3 ice.com, and then you click on their little, this is TikTok. That's TikTok. I gotta find their logos. Wait, I don't know. Wait. The Twitter's the bird. I saw the T and I thought that was that. So let's see, tweet. There. I'll see mine quick. Oh, they had it. Oh, man. They had a coin and everything, which is cool.
Well.
Oh, there it is. There I am. Deval on Instagram. Saturday night. Must be Lord Stanley. Nope. It's 3 Ice Hockey. 6 games. Good job.
Yay. Okay.
I'm famous. Or am I infamous? Which one is it?
You're both.
All right. One more subject or something else that changed in the world in the last few days? Or all right, we'll do it. Yeah, it screws you up. Go ahead. Go.
All right. It is time for our genuine positivity message. Singing, even when you can't carry a tune, will still relieve stress, except maybe for those within earshot. I wonder where that came from.
Say that again.
Singing, even when you can't carry a tune, will still relieve stress, except maybe for those within earshot.
So were they really relieving stress?
Well, they're having a grand old time.
Were they relieving stress?
Well,
Were they relieving? Were you watching?
I'm sure that they were all nice and lubricated, so their stress levels went away. They were so much fun. They really were. I thought we talked about the digital license plate, but that's okay.
All right, hang on.
Maybe we didn't.
What?
What?
You're not even on the right show subject. You can't just jump to there. You got to go back up to the top.
Well, when you move things around, that's what happens to the screen. It changes position. So I turn my head and said, what?
Oh, that's too bad. All right. Got to keep that.
Got to keep it.
Got to keep that. All right. We'll kill these. I'm sorry. I'm reworking the whole show subject board because.
Yes, you are. Oh, you got somebody new today.
You talk too much. I have what?
There's a new viewer today.
Okay. Who?
Well, it says OAX2.
Nice.
So, all right. Welcome.
So coming back from the half, something new that has happened has never happened before.
Are you sure it's never happened before?
Yes, I know it's never happened before. Canada has how many countries share a land border with Canada?
I'm going to say 4.
Okay, what 4? Share a land one. Which one? Which 4?
I'm going to say the U.S., of course.
Yes, that's the obvious one.
Russia.
No
Really? I would have thought they would have, because Greenland.
They might be oceans next to each other, but there's no land touching.
Oh, I know. Yeah. How about Greenland?
No.
Antarctica or yeah.
Nope. Denmark. For decades, Canada and Denmark have disagreed over the ownership of Hans Island between Greenland and the Ellesmere Island. On June 13th, 2022, both countries finally decided to split the island and define the rest of the dispute maritime border. So it'll be water border. The deal is a model for settling border disputes, but ends one of history's most charming border traditions. So check this out, though. Okay. You're from Wisconsin. This reminds me of something that they split. It looks like they split a big cow pie.
Okay.
So that's what they split. That's the island. That's
okay.
It. So Canada owns part, Denmark owns part. That's it.
So it's kind of like Denmark owns part of St. Martin, and along with France.
It could be like that, yeah. But so now Canada has 2 countries that have land borders with it.
Okay.
And that came from my brother-in-law, Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
He was all excited that he knew something happened in the world. And I was like, wow, that's exciting that Pat
cool beans.
Going on in the world.
And look at that. Steve actually gave you honest to goodness credit for it.
Why
instead of hogging it all for himself.
Why wouldn't I? I tell people find stuff for me. All right. So let's see what the next subject is. All right. Geico was ordered to pay $5.2 million to a woman who contracted an STD during sex inside an insured vehicle by Geico.
Okay.
Just let that sink in for a little bit.
Yeah.
Geico has been ordered to pay $5.2 million because she got the disease insured by a vehicle of her then boyfriend, and according to a state appellate. On Tuesday, the Missouri Court of Appeals published opinion in favor, identified the women. Now, Geico's all pissed because they're like, no way. But they went to an arbitrator. So the first appeal said, no, you agreed to an arbitrator. So now they're appealing it again.
Well, they are.
So you know what that means,
cover
right?
Accidents, and I'm sure that was accidental. So that means anybody that's conceived children in their car can sue for that now.
It gets even worse than that. What happens if I'm having sex in a hotel and I get a sexually transmitted disease? I can now sue the hotel.
Except that is the hotel
is responsible for your safety while you're at the hotel, right?
Ah.
What about if I have sex in your house and you get a sexually transmitted disease? Does your homeowner insurance now have to pay for that?
Well, I'd be a little bit concerned if you did it at my house, but you're just meaning in general terms. Okay.
You don't know what I'm doing in the other rooms when you're not in there.
That's true. Except for the camera. But I didn't say that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's very crazy. And I can't believe that any log or courtroom would go along with that. I mean, that's just stupid.
Yeah. And like I said, because Geico just had to go to arbitration because of the fact that it didn't. Their first appeal got turned down. The appeals court found that Geico did not have the right to relitigate the issues after the award has been affirmed.
Now, here's something else that's really weird. Granted, this is something completely new, but still, companies like Geico they don't have a lawyer. They have 50 of them. Nobody said this would be a bad idea to go to arbitration? Really?
Yeah, really. That is not how the car should be used. That's not the proper use of a vehicle. How can you be responsible for the improper use of a vehicle or outside the normal use of a vehicle? That would be like Tesla saying, "Hey, you know what? Our car got hit by a meteorite. We want you to pay the insurance on it."
Wait a minute. Didn't this car hit a meteorite?
Spaceman, the one who's in outer space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Didn't his? Never mind.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
I do.
I'm sorry. It's just crazy to me.
And I concur. There's legal precedences for a reason. So it's just totally weird that.
Well, she just created one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So are we talking about Buzz now?
We're talking about Lightyear. Are you guys going to see that movie?
If we're talking about, I just saw the commercial for it today, the trailer, I should say. That's the one where it tells the story of how he became Buzz Lightyear or something like that.
Again, just Lightyear.
Oh, because his name, well, whatever. Because he was Buzz.
Well, Lightyear.
Yeah. Okay.
And the movie's called Lightyear.
I see that.
The word Buzz is nowhere there.
But it's banned somewhere. Why is it banned?
It's banned in the UAE.
United Arab Emirates?
Yeah.
I got it right.
You know why? They have a law there that same-sex affection is illegal. Did you know that?
There's a lot of backwards
Saudi
countries
Arabia,
like that, yes.
Yeah. And there is a same-sex kiss in the movie Lightyear.
Interesting. So that means almost all the new shows in 2022 can't be shown there.
Right. Exactly. So good timing for that to come out during LGBTQ month, right?
Right.
All right. But you want to see something really cool?
Yes, I do.
Do you know that Lightyear is also a car company?
Driving for months without charging.
That's right. The Lightyear Zero charges itself whenever the roof absorbs daylight. Charging becomes a journey, not a destination. Freedom to move anywhere. Kind of a cool looking vehicle. Drive for months without charging. Getting up to 70 kilometers of range per day just on the sun alone. Cool headlights.
All right. So this is one of those vehicles that is good in an urban environment where you're not really driving very far.
Look at that. Well, no, you could still fill it up. It still does gas. But still.
Oh, it's a hybrid.
Yeah.
Eco-friendly vegan.
Yep, vegan leather.
Vegan leather.
Yep.
So now they're taking vegans, and when they pass away, they're turning their into leather.
But the choice of words that they put together are absolutely hilarious. The car's high quality interior crafted from plant-based leather, recycled pet bottle. Wait, what? Recycled pets? PET, but no.
Yeah.
Look at the interior, dude. Push button. Look at that.
Today, June 25th. That must be last year.
Configure and order right now.
All right. Another new thing for people.
But look at that thing, huh? Pretty cool looking.
Yep.
Where's that better picture?
Kind of like a toothpaste tube that got squeezed out of the bottom.
They don't have a gallery. Can you believe that?
I can because we're old timey. We're not into the instant gratification of cell phone pictures.
You want to order it right now?
No.
Look at the colors you can choose from. You can choose from no finish, mist, sand, soil, clay, dew, stone, dawn, dusk, and aurora.
Look
at that price.
255,000 something or another.
Euros.
Oh, that's a euro symbol?
Yeah. And euros are a little bit more than $1. So $250,000. No problem.
Yeah. Let's buy 2.
Piece of cake. But that's kind of cool. All right.
It still freaks me out that, if you wanted a pickup truck for work, it's like $65,000. It's like, what?
All right, let's get this one out of here.
Because it's not really front page news.
Put this one down here.
Well, let me guess. You're going to talk about your buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to go into Al here. But I get all these here. So I did that one. I did that one. Did that one. Did Lightyear. So did you see this?
No.
They retired? They didn't retire him. They put him on a leave of absence. Google places an engineer on a leave after claiming its AI is sentient. That's it.
Okay.
Blake Lemon, a Google engineer working in its responsible AI division, believes that one of the company's AI projects has achieved sentience. So that means it can feel and think on its own. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's a little ahead of schedule.
I think that's Google.
So
let's start with the basics.
Because I'm telling you right now,
or emotions.
There are some things that they should be able to do already that they can't. So,
well, apparently this guy says they're already doing it. We don't know.
Well, obviously he is on some interesting self-medication.
You can't say that. You don't know that. Allegedly.
Oh yeah, he's alleged. Yeah,
but the thing told him. He asked it and it told him. So why wouldn't he believe it?
Yes, I am sentient. I know things.
Yeah. So how crazy is that? Terminator is here.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a long time now. Skynet.
It's here. I've kind of screwed up some of the stuff here, so let's fix that.
Yes, you did. You're a messy Marvin today.
I'm not messing. There's just a lot of subjects, and you wanted to skip them all. All right. So let's see. Yeah, we got time. All right.
Time is on your side.
They're canceling more airplane flights this weekend. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yes, we did.
If you're going to travel, you better have an alternative way to travel.
It's one of those catch-22s. They had to lay off a whole bunch of pilots during the pandemic because there wasn't enough work. Then,
that's not really why.
Well, it's what they said at the beginning was causing the problem. But now they can't seem to get enough people.
I don't know what's going on.
I have noticed that the restaurants are getting better staffed. They're still not at full staff. And I'm still missing people, but.
Yep. All right. We got to move.
Where are we moving
Scott,
to?
I got some bad news for you. You can no longer be 17. You are now going to have to be number 18.
Okay, I'm confused.
Well, you always told me how you're going to get an EGOT.
EGOT. Oh, no, EGOT.
Right? Jennifer Hudson just got the EGOT because of Tony Awards this last weekend. Yep.
She deserves it. I like her.
But, I mean, you can get some of this stuff just for being on a writing team or producing team, not necessarily being starring and acting in it.
Correct.
So it's making it seem like, although they're still only 17, it does seem like it's easier now to get one if you're involved.
Yes.
Because
well, it's the same with anything. If you're not involved, you're not going to be a part of it.
Right. But I'm just saying, but I mean, you just got to be involved, not like to have true EGOT status. You have to like perform on Broadway, perform in a movie, get an Oscar, right? Now, if you write a song for a movie that wins,
Ooh.
not even your song won, but the song in the
That's
movie
what we should do. We should write a song.
is an Oscar, right? And then put it in a Broadway play that gets a Tony, and you get that. And then right, and then an Emmy. Emmys are a dime a dozen. Just so you know, you just you fill out your own paperwork on those.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's up to $1 a dozen, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So what did I miss? EGOT, Emmy, Golden Globe Award. That might be well, no, but I'm just I don't know. It just seems like if you're going to get a Golden Globe Award, you're probably going to get an Oscar. But I guess not. Mm-hmm.
They're not exclusive,
right? But then you've got to forget a Tony. You got to be on Broadway or be a play or something like that. So, but like Rent or like so Rent could get an EGOT, right? Because it was a movie, it was a play, so you get a Tony. It's a movie. What happened?
Got a little bit robot-y.
Our pause went. Yeah.
I haven't seen it on my screen yet, but I heard it.
But yeah, I mean, like Rent could be an EGOT itself, right? Because you could go Rent. What is Rent? Am I still there?
Yes.
Okay. So Rent, could get a Golden Globe Award. Then it could get an Oscar, and it was a musical, so it can get a Tony. And then the Emmy, it'd have to be a TV show to get an Emmy. That's weird. But yeah, so now you just have to be 18. Okay, so that takes care of that one. We can go through this quickly. This is Charlie Sheen's hilarious. I'm going to read you the subject. The title of the story.
Okay.
Charlie Sheen blames ex Denise Richards after daughter Sammy joins OnlyFans.
Okay.
The reason he's blaming her is because she just turned 18 and she's living with her mom. But
right.
If anybody should understand daddy issues, it would be Charlie Sheen, because that's like what he's like, chased after all the girls who had daddy issues.
Right.
And then gave girls daddy issues, i.e. his daughter.
Yes.
So why is he blaming her?
I'm just going to go with the theory that it's all about him.
Tiger blood. Yeah. Very weird. Very weird. But I think it's pretty funny.
I think it's sad.
It's daddy issues. But Charlie Sheen's blaming Denise.
Yeah.
I mean, Denise is no role model herself. However, I think it's funny that a guy whose whole career has been chasing girls with daddy issues doesn't understand that he gave his daughter a daddy issue.
Right.
And then I just want to stay on track with this because I still got 3 more subjects I want to do. So we'll do this one quickly also. IE is dead. IE
Internet Explorer.
Dead. Yeah, do you remember that?
Yes. I still have it on this particular computer. The rest of them do not.
And it still works?
Yeah. Well, I haven't opened it. It's still there, though.
Well, open it. See if it works. Because they've removed support for it, and they said they shut it down. I don't have one that still has it because the Big Blue E just became the Big Blue Wave. So
it's not here.
It's now the Edge. Yeah, see, it's gone.
Whoa.
Did they came on your computer and took it away?
They did when I got my update. It's gone.
Yeah, see?
How weird is that?
Now you just got an E that's a wave that's Edge. So Explorer went to Edge. I don't see the difference, but whatever. Like they're making it like it's a big deal.
Wow. Yes.
So it's gone.
Gone.
All gone. Gone ski.
So long, farewell.
Microsoft finally killed the product.
Saying goodbye.
All right. So now, what the hell is Coca-Cola doing?
besides irritating me?
Well, you drink Coke or Pepsi?
Yes.
You drink whatever?
Okay. I used to drink Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi as my favorite. I still drink it because they went back to the original recipe, which is awesome. But when I go to restaurants and stuff and I get Diet Pepsi out of their machines, they taste like crap. So I prefer Coke products. But the problem is Fresca is a Coke product, and Fresca is no longer available at Walmart.
All right. So I never really thought about it, right? Because until this came up. What flavor is Fresca?
Grapefruit.
But it's not Fresca, right? The flavor Fresca doesn't mean anything, right?
No, it's supposed to mean like El Fresca. It's like fresh.
Okay,
and
then what about
refreshing.
Tab? Remember Tab?
God, that was nasty ass stuff.
But do you remember that?
I do.
All right, so wait.
Who was the biggest fan of Tab?
Me.
No.
Who?
Marty McFly.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, here's their new flavor. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Their new flavor is called Bite.
Bite me.
Like the bite on a computer. Bite.
Correct. BYTE. See that?
Right?
Zero sugar, 0 calorie cola, pixel flavored.
What the hell's pixel flavored? I'm like, okay, I understand that they're just making like names up at this point.
Correct.
0 calories, 0 sugar. So is this Coke Zero now?
Yes.
Is Coke Zero Bite?
Yeah.
So it's Coke Zero, but it's Bite flavored as opposed to pixel flavored. Wait, but
okay.
Then there's Starlight. Oh, wait, is it Starlight? What the heck? Wait, Starlight. So then there's Starlight flavored Coke, right?
Which is somebody in a see-through bodysuit. Okay.
What is here? So see Tab, but then Starlight. So what does Starlight taste like? So is this 0 calories? So is this?
It's inspired by
Coke
space.
0 2, but this is 0 sugar.
It has notes reminiscent of stargazing around a campfire, as well as a cooling sensation that evokes the feeling of a cold journey to space. Wow.
What the hell flavors is Coca-Cola? I think, okay, so I never realized that Tab meant nothing either till this. But now you've got Starlight and Bite, and it's crazy. But you know what? If you're going to make a Coca-Cola product, here's a Coca-Cola product that I can stand behind.
Oh. Jack and Coke. And
Jack Daniels, Tennessee whiskey mixed with Coca-Cola.
5% alcohol volume.
There you go. So if you're going to add a flavor, Coca-Cola, I finally got it.
But I don't think they can sell it.
There's a flavor. Well, they can. Why, you think you have to have a license to make alcohol?
I'm pretty sure you do. Well, I'm saying this incorrect. You do not need a license to make it. You need a license to make it and sell it.
Yeah.
So I suppose if they just want to give it away for free, they could do it all they want.
They partnered with Jack Daniels, then I'm good with that.
Yes.
So, you know Legos, right?
Yes, they're waffles.
So,
there go my ego.
Lego has come out with something that I think I might actually buy for the first time. Although it's a little expensive. So I might not just run out and buy it. But I thought this was the coolest Lego I have seen in a long time.
I'm not getting it yet.
It's a picture. It's an actual picture.
Starry Night
Lego's,
Lego.
It's Lego's Starry Night. Look at that. It's even 3D. And it's got a little guy that comes out here on a little pedestal with the painting on it.
Ah.
Isn't that cool? Look at that. It's three-dimensional. It's Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. I think it's pretty cool.
Starry Night.
Look at
that. How much was it?
It's on the screen.
No, it's blocked by our box.
Well, you can move the box. I'm not blocked by our box.
We can't move it. You can only move it.
No, you can move it. You can move the box.
Oh, you're right. Hey, look, it's cheap.
Yeah. I wish it actually moved on. Did it actually move like that? Does it really move like that? Because then if it does move, then that's even cooler. Dude, if those wheels actually do move.
Right.
No way. See now
I don't think they do because when we saw the back of it, I did not see any motors.
But well, how cool would that be, though, right?
Yep.
Well, there was this view here. And I was wondering what that box was there.
Oh, yeah.
But that wouldn't hide motors. But yeah, how cool would that be if that actually turned like that?
Exactly.
All right. So, Lego, I'm suing you for false advertising. If Red Bull gives me wings and they got sued and lost, I am suing you for making me think that those stars CERN. So if you'd like to get away from the lawsuit, I will settle for all of your artwork, ones that you come up with. You can just send those to me. Bag orders accepted. We'll ship by July 9th. So I'm expecting to get this Vincent van Gogh Starry Night sent to me. So if you DM me at whathappened.world and you DM me, I will not sue you.
Yay.
I will sign a release. And then you need to send me all the other, all the new artwork ones you come up with, anything in the artwork line, stuff that you hang on the wall. I will be getting for free.
Free.
So, or stand on the desk like that. So thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, you weren't talking to me. I know.
Brush strokes and print. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't say, nope, not yet.
You pulled it off.
Nope. Nope. There's one more part of this.
There is?
Yep. So Lego is building a $1 billion carbon neutral factory in Virginia.
Okay.
1 billion with a B. Factory will create more than 1,760 new jobs. 1 billion, but the on-site solar park will produce enough energy to 100% match the factory's requirements.
Okay.
1 billion. 1 billion with a B. So I took a look at that. And I went, wow, that's pretty exciting. They're going to start building this here. And then you know what I found in my research?
Let me guess. Nothing.
No. I found. So let's get over here. Get over here. I'm going to go here. Okay.
We're going there.
I'm going to share this one so you can see this. Share. Okay.
Share.
Build 1 billion USA carbon neutral. Just came up. Recent story. Yada yada. Richmond, Virginia, June 15th, 2022.
You do a lot of yada yadas.
All right. Plans to invest more than 1 billion, right? 1.7 million square foot facility. 1.7 million square foot facility.
You can put like 12 of your places in there.
That is almost like 1 million square foot per person that's going to work there.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, so there it is, right? Pretty cool. Pretty exciting. $1 billion over 10 years. They already did this. What does that say?
Lego's building a new $1 billion factory in Vietnam.
Yeah. December 2021.
Right.
With his city custom cash.
That's a commercial. I hate commercials. But yeah, toy maker on Wednesday in 2021, they're going to build a factory in Vietnam. So they built $1 billion factory in Vietnam, and now they're building $1 billion factory here in the United States. No wonder why the Lego is
$300 a box, right?
$169.99.
Got to pay for the building.
$2 billion, dude. How crazy is that?
It's insane. But you know something? If we were billionaires, we'd be able to do that too.
Yeah, look, they got a typewriter. Actually types.
Yes, I saw that. That was pretty cool.
Classic typewriter made entirely of Legos. But yeah, so Vietnam's getting one too. So how weird is that?
Unless they changed their mind on the one in Vietnam and just decided to move it here.
I don't know, but that's just crazy. I mean, to do that, that takes a lot of perseverance.
Yes, it does. You know,
finally a segue. I was just jumping subjects, but now I actually segued.
Do you have any idea why that word is so important?
Why is it important?
Yes. Because it talks about us.
I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to try to figure it out.
Obviously, our word of the week is persevere, which means
I'm not going to persevere. Are you trying to rush me to get done?
Well, we are way past time.
Not way past time. We started like
anything more than 30 seconds is way past time. You would never make it as an engineer.
Choo Choo Charlie was an engineer.
Yes. In an engine he couldn't steer.
All right, whatever. All right, go ahead.
All right, persevere.
Scott's finally taking over the show.
To continue in a course of action, even in the face of difficulty or with little or no prospect of success, i.e., Steve and Scott from the Don't Know Show continue to persevere in trying to help people escape from the issues of reality. You know, I just never noticed this before.
What am I doing?
You're walking
so you can
away.
Follow us. So you can follow us so you know what it looks like. This is what it looks like if you're following us.
That's right. Everybody should be following us right now. So go down there and follow, like, subscribe, share.
Please subscribe, like what happened to the world today, right? I want to thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
subscribe, like, go down there, right? Persevere. We're going to persevere and do this. So yeah, get away from reality. Although Scott keeps trying to bring time in, which is the ultimate reality. Thanks for bumming us out.
It's
man.
Fake. Time is just fake.
Thanks for bumming us out. Well, apparently you are a slave to it.
Yes, we won't go there.
So I want you to live every day. Get out and see some shows. Come to Vegas. I'll take you to some shows, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and please have a good one.